Why is sport meaningful to Jews in a time of crisis, when lives lost on the battlefield cast a shadow over the ball field? Because in Israel, the Hapoel Jerusalem Soccer Club helped a nation heal when honoring a devoted fan. Because in Toronto, an 8-year-old girl asked, "Why do they hate us?" And her mother answered with a tale of resilience when Ali Raisman turned heartbreak into Olympic gold. Because in Brooklyn, a young boy summoned the courage to wear his kippah after learning Max Fried, World Series champion, has family that survived the Holocaust. We don't just celebrate Jewish athletes, we amplify their stories to spark the Jewish spirit of strength, connection, and pride. Welcome to the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. Donate to support our vision.
Shalom and welcome to the 2025 International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I hope your holidays went well. My name is Jed Margolis and I have the honor to serve as president of this wonderful organization. Today is a day of honor and respect as we pay tribute to the best of the best, the honorees and inductees of our Hall of Fame who have made a tremendous impact. I wish to thank our board members and everyone who has worked so hard on this project, especially Lenny Silberman, who also has overseen our social media campaign and the ceremony. Toda Rabbah. And thank you to the many sponsors and donors. We could not do it without you. I'm especially pleased with the new awards we have established, and we are thrilled to give out our first Tikkun Olam Award to Lord John Mann for his hard work in combating global anti-Semitism. We are on a mission to educate, inspire, and empower in an effort to fight the scourge of anti-Semitism. We also promote the names of outstanding individuals who have medaled, set world records, influenced sports on a global basis. Our Hall of Fame bridges many Jewish organizations and elevates our community through a love of sports. We also remember to remember. I offer a moment of silence for the victims and those impacted by the events of October 7th, the hostages, those who lost their lives, and their families who have sacrificed so much. With every heartbeat, we ache for them. I ask for a moment of silence. From Italy, we have a message from Claudia De Benedetti, one of our board members.
Thanks, Jed. Shalom. Ciao, and greetings from Torino, Italy. My name is Claudia De Benedetti, and I am extremely honored for having been chosen to represent the board of the International Jewish Sport Hall of Fame in today's induction ceremony. Maccabi movement and the Maccabiah have been a part of my life for over 50 years, giving me everything I could ever want. Unforgettable and memorable experiences in and out of the swimming pool, lifelong friendship from near and far. And it's also given me the opportunity to travel all over the globe. Where we gather, there is community. I want to congratulate you, the 2025 inductees, you, men and women, athletes who don't just represent incredible athletic achievement, but also serve as role models to Jewish boys and girls around the world by showing there are no limits to what is possible in and off the field of play, regardless of the unique challenges faced by Jews in the time we are living in. Dear inductees, you represent the best of what sport can offer: discipline, sacrifice, teamwork, resilience. You remind us that the Jewish identity is multifaceted, a heritage of tradition and faith. Yes, but also the energy of youth, the spark of competition, the commitment to excellence. In every era, Jewish athletes have had to navigate both the playing fields and the complexities of identity. They have had to fight anti-Semitism, prejudice, and adversity. Yes, time and again, they have displayed the noblest quality of sport. You join a lineage of extraordinary individuals, where impact echoes not only in record books, but in hearts. May your story continue to inspire. May your excellence continue to shine. And may the International Jewish Sport Hall of Fame continue its mission, celebrating the past, elevating the present, and lighting the way forward. Hazak ve'ematz.
Welcome, everyone, as we induct the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. I'm the former 76ers TV announcer, Mark Zumov. You've registered, you have now taken the time to be with us, and we promise you we will not disappoint. In a moment, we will have the Tikkun Olam Award, the President's Leadership Award, and of course the induction of a truly amazing class of men and women, the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. In fact, you'll be hearing from some select members of that class as well. But first, let's hear from International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame Vice President Lenny Silberman, who will kick things off with the Tikkun Olam Award. Lenny?
Never lose hope, never forget, and never again. All 20 living hostages are home. Among them are Gali and Zvi Berman, 28-year-old brothers kidnapped by Hamas from Kibbutz Kfar Aza on October 7th, separated for more than 2 years. In the IDF helicopter bringing them home from Gaza, Gali and Ziv wore the jerseys of their favorite football club, Maccabi Tel Aviv. That is the power of sport in bringing the abdominal Jewish spirit to life. Thank you, Mark. I'm Lenny Silberman, and it's both an honor and a privilege to introduce my friend, Michael Siegel, a respected and accomplished leader in the global Jewish community. Michael has dedicated his life to serving in important and critical roles in major Jewish organizations, and we are very fortunate to have him as chairman of Maccabi World Union. Like Michael, I am deeply passionate about my volunteer work, which aligns with my lifelong commitment to empowering Jewish teens and Jewish families, all while building a stronger Jewish community. My mission today focuses on building Jewish pride among Gen Z and Gen Alpha, which is central to the work that we do at the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. With a dedicated vision to create a stronger and safer community, the Hall of Fame is focused on celebrating Jewish traditions and resilience of the past, present, and the future. We also see immense value in collaborating with other Jewish organizations to forge global partnerships. Together, we can uplift our community. We can create powerful connections, all that enhance our collective missions. As we embark upon this exciting new partnership with Maccabi World Union, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to our honorary chair, Stephen Rubin, to my fellow board members, to our donors, our supporters, our sponsors. Your unwavering commitment makes our missions possible. Your financial support is critical in helping us lead the way against fighting anti-Semitism and building a brighter and more inclusive Jewish community for all. Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Siegel, President of Maccabi World Union, the global sports movement building community and Zionism through sport. I'm thrilled to be here at this particular moment because we get to honor a friend, Lord John Mann, and we are introducing a new award, the Tikkun Olam Award, and there is no more deserving person in the world who has been a strong advocate for truth and justice in this very mixed up world than Lord John Mann. In addition, I'd also like to thank Lenny Silberman for his constant support and actually the collaboration that now is going on between the Hall of Fame And Maccabi World Union is much to the efforts of Lenny and certainly to Jed Margolis. And so we really appreciate the fact that we're all collaborating in a way in which we're advancing all of our issues. Now, for those of you who don't know Lord John Mann, I want you to take the time to watch what's coming up, because you've missed or you haven't learned yet what an extraordinary man this is. So in introducing this award, the Tikkun Olam Award from the Hall of Fame to Lord John Mann, I think it is setting the stage for those that will follow, but we couldn't have picked a better human being, a better advocate, and a better friend than Lord John Mann. So we welcome all of you into this effort, and I just want to say thank you for giving us, the Maccabi World Union, the opportunity to be with you on this. And we're looking forward to seeing the museum at the Kfar Maccabia in Ramat Gan and seeing you all there with us when you have that opportunity. Thank you.
Lord John Mann is a British politician, public servant, and a leading advocate in the fight against anti-Semitism. Lord Mann laid the foundation for a career devoted to public service and social justice. From 2001 to 2019, he served as the Labour Member of Parliament for Bassetlaw, known for his outspoken stance on issues like antisocial behavior, housing, and drug policy. In 2019, Lord Mann was appointed as the UK government's independent advisor on anti-Semitism, a role he continues to hold, working to confront hatred and promote tolerance across British society. He has also been a strong voice in combating anti-Semitism in sport, launching initiatives that engage professional leagues and athletes in education and action. After stepping down from the Commons, he was elevated to the House of Lords as Baron Mann of Holbeck Moor in the city of Leeds.
As the first non-Jewish honoree of the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, Lord Mann stands as a shining example of solidarity and courage in our shared fight against hatred and anti-Semitism. Lord Mann, John, your tireless advocacy and efforts to confront anti-Semitism have not gone unnoticed. You have consistently used your platform to amplify the voices of those who have suffered and to call for justice and understanding. Your dedication to promoting tolerance and human rights transcends borders and cultures, uniting us all in a common cause. You remind us that combating hatred is not just the responsibility of one community, but a collective effort that requires active participation from all. In times of adversity, you have stood firm, inspiring others to join this essential fight. Your actions have demonstrated that true courage lies in standing up for what is right, no matter what the cost. As we present you with this award, we not only honor your achievements, but also express our gratitude for your commitment to standing with us. Your support strengthens our resolve and gives hope to future generations. Thank you, Lord Mann, for your invaluable contributions to the global Jewish community. Together, let us continue the fight against anti-Semitism and strive for a world where justice and equality prevail for all. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition, and thank you for being a beacon of hope, a friend, and an ally in our shared struggle. Thank you.
Hello, my name is John Mann, a member of the British Parliament, the House of Lords, and I'm the government's advisor on anti-Semitism, and I chair the anti-racist Kick It Out group's work on anti-Semitism across the United Kingdom. Working with Maccabi, I have over the last 2 years pioneered what we think is a transferable concept of using sport to combat anti-Semitism. Across the English football pyramid, we've trained up the professional clubs, every single Premier League club in England, and the local football associations, which are the ones who do grassroots football with young children, with volunteers, across the women's game as well. And for the first time, trained people in these football clubs and institutions about anti-Semitism. In some of the darker times since October the 7th, this is counter to many of the things that have been going on in our country, across Europe and across the world, at a time when the Jewish community has been more fearful and more under attack. For any time in the last 50 years, we've countered that, and we've countered it successfully by educating and training not Jewish people, occasionally so, but actually the equalities officers, the safety officers, the chief executives, some of the young footballers, the people in football, on the basics of what is anti-Semitism. That if you're Jewish in our country and you want to play football, you want to be a coach in football, you want to be a spectator who goes to one of the big stadiums and watches Premier League or other football in England, that you can do so being Jewish, with no hassle, with no negatives, with no barriers to your participation. And if any problems occur, for example, singing, chanting, abuse in the stadiums, that your football club, the football club whose shirt, whose badge you wear with pride like all fans do, is prepared to challenge and to stop the racism against Jewish fans or Jewish players, Jewish coaches and staff. Thank you for the honour of this award. I accept it on behalf of all the people who've contributed to our work.
What an honor to hear from Lord John Mann. Lord Mann, thank you so much. And now back to Lenny Silberman with the President's Leadership Award.
Thanks, Mark. The President's Leadership Award recognizes exemplary leadership, moral courage, and outstanding contributions to the global Jewish community, and especially against the fight of anti-Semitism. If there was ever an award to fit the moment, it is this one. I'm truly honored to present this award to two inspiring individuals that I'm lucky to both call my friends. Both men are true champions for the Jewish people and exemplify what it means to be unapologetically Jewish. Let's watch this spotlight on our honorees, Brody and Oudi Recanati.
Tal Brody, affectionately nicknamed Mr. Basketball, is a larger-than-life figure in Israeli sports. A University of Illinois All-American and NBA draft pick, he became Israel's first modern sports hero after leading Maccabi Tel Aviv to an historic victory, including the 1977 European Cup Championship, where he joyously proclaimed, "We are on the map." After representing the USA in the Maccabiya, Brody moved to Israel in 1970 and helped elevate Israeli basketball on the world stage amidst political challenges. He led Maccabi Tel Aviv to 10 national championships and 6 state cups. Brody's legacy is marked by his athletic excellence and his deep commitment to Israel, where he became a citizen and national icon. In 2010, he was appointed as Israel's Goodwill Ambassador. Oudi Recanati is a prominent Israeli businessman, philanthropist, and academic leader, deeply rooted in one of Israel's most influential financial families. As Chancellor of Reichman University, formerly IDC Herzliya, Recanati has played a vital role in expanding the university's impact and international outreach. A passionate supporter of Jewish and Israeli sport, Recanati is a co-owner of Maccabi Tel Aviv Basketball Club, one of Europe's most successful basketball teams. He also served as chairman of the board of trustees for Maccabi World Union. Recanati's lifelong dedication to Jewish athletics was recognized with the Maccabi Yakir Award. His bold vision continues to shape Israel's academic, philanthropic, and athletic landscapes.
Good evening. My name is Amir and I'm the CEO of Maccabi World Union. Our relationship with the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame goes on for decades, and they are only going to get better with the moving of the Hall of Fame into our home in Kfar Maccabia. Today I would like to congratulate two distinguished members of our Maccabi family. Tal Brody, a true legend of Jewish and Israeli sports, and Oudi Recanati, an outstanding philanthropic leader. But it will be the best, I believe, if we will be hearing from them directly.
Hi, Jed and Lenny. Thank you very much. I was very honored to receive the note about being selected to receive the President's Award, which was very special for my journey and everything that evolved in my journey to Israel, and close to 60 years of being here since Maccabi USA invited me to participate in the 7th Maccabi Games. And I never thought that I was going to change my dream, which was always to play in the NBA, and bringing me to Israel and seeing an amazing country, and an amazing social life and family life and friendly life. And with the Maccabi Games, being involved in all the meetings together at the Maccabian village, which gave me the inspiration when Maccabi Tel Aviv came to me and said, our team never got past the first rounds of the European Basketball Championships. And if a player like you would come for 1 year, it can change and bring a lot of inspiration to the country, a lot of honor to the country. And for 1 year, after being here during the Maccabi Games, I said, why not? The NBA in 1965, when Rick Barry and Billy Cunningham and Bill Bradley, all of us graduated, were the Sporting News, I believe, the top 10 collegiate basketball players coming out and being 12th in the draft. And everybody was amazed at my decision that I'm going to take a year out of my life and come to Israel and take up that challenge. It's been a beautiful journey, as I said, close to 60 years. And I saw during that period of time, practically every Maccabian Games, the honors that the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame has brought to many athletes, deserving athletes. I believe I was in 1996 inducted into the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. But I've seen the work that you've been doing. It's been a great progression. I remember Alan and Joe that started the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, and you've done amazing work in progressing the Hall of Fame, and I wish you all the success, and what your success is, the success for Jewish athletes in the future. Best wishes, and looking forward to seeing you soon.
I am a Zionist who loves sports and believes that education is one of the most important things. I came to Israel in 1965, and I started playing basketball to one of the subsidiaries of Maccabi Tel Aviv. And unfortunately, I was not a Tal Brody, and therefore I decided that I would join Maccabi Tel Aviv and help them in any way I could. So I joined management in 1974, and since then have been involved in almost everything that happens in Maccabi. Since Tal put Maccabi on the map in 1977, I saw that Maccabi is the greatest ambassador to Europe and to the rest of the world because the sport was something that was accepted and people understood that we're an Israeli team. It was only normal that later in life I continued and joined Maccabi World Union that incorporated all three of my big passions. I found a fantastic organization with 400,000 members worldwide in 90 different countries, and I was sure that this is something that could be developed even further, which it did, and I was proud to be chairman of it for a number of years later. We hope that the leaders of tomorrow will follow in our footsteps and will continue to promote these values that are so important to us. I have known the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame for many, many years and have been very impressed by the work that they do and really commend you for all that you've done during this time. I am humbled by the honor that you're giving me today and can just promise that I will do all I can to continue to promote these values for the rest of my life. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stellar class of 2025, including Olympians, Paralympians, an NBA All-Star, Hall of Famers, simply some of the greatest ever, Jewish or not. As a sportscaster myself, I'm really looking forward to hearing from Andrés Cantor, you know. No, never mind. He does it much better. And ESPN's Chris Berman, he will go all the way and be here. Yalla! Here we go. The International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025.
Bobby Berland became the first American to win a silver medal in Olympic judo in 1984.
For the first time in the United States Judo Olympic competition, a silver to Robert Berland of Wilmette, Illinois.
Berland is a 5-time U.S. champion, world bronze medalist, and USA Judo Hall of Famer who helped elevate the sport of judo in the U.S. Hanoch Budin represented Israel in 6 Paralympics, winning 8 medals, including 2 golds at the 1988 Games and setting 2 world records. He added medals in 1984 and 1992 and won gold at the 1994 World Championships. Budin remains one of Israel's most decorated Paralympic swimmers. Andrés Cantor became famous for his iconic call, now echoed by broadcasters worldwide. He's won 6 Emmys while covering World Cups and Olympics for Telemundo. Honored with the National Soccer Hall of Fame's Colin Jose Award in 2020, Cantor remains a beloved voice of global soccer. Yves Dreyfus, a Holocaust survivor, won Olympic bronze medals in fencing in 1956 and 1964. He was awarded France's National Order of Merit in 1967 for his accomplishments. Mexican swimmer Hellen Plaschinski Farca competed in the 1980 Olympics. She set a Guinness World Record for an English Channel relay in 2007 and was inducted into the International Swimming Hall of Fame in 1980. Stan the Hockey Man Fischler is a legendary broadcaster and historian with a 70-year career. He's authored nearly 100 books, won 7 Emmys, and received the NHL's Lester Patrick Trophy. A U.S. Hockey Hall of Famer, he continues covering the sport through the Fischler Report. Leah Goldstein, born in Canada and raised in Israel, became a world kickboxing champ in 1989 and won the 3,000-mile race across America in 2021. She's also been an Israeli duathlon and road cycling champion, proving unstoppable across 3 decades of endurance sport. Gary Kid Jacobs is regarded as the greatest Jewish-British boxer in 50 years. A British, Commonwealth, and European welterweight champ, Jacobs retired with a 45-8 record and was inducted into the Scottish Boxing Hall of Fame. Ralph Klein starred in the 1952 Olympics and led Maccabi Tel Aviv to 10 national titles and a EuroLeague win as coach. He also guided Israel to Eurobasket silver in 1979 and coached West Germany. He received the Israel Prize in 2006. Abraham Kurland won Olympic silver in Greco-Roman wrestling in 1932. Kurland was Denmark's national champion 12 times between 1932 and 1949. Shahar Pear became the youngest player to win Israel's women's tennis championship at the age of 14, which she followed up by winning the Australian Open Juniors at 16. Pear represented Israel in 2 Olympics and reached number 11 in the world in singles and 14 in the world in doubles, having won 5 WTA singles titles and 3 WTA doubles titles. Sarah Perver, an elite breaststroker, swam in 4 Olympics and won bronze for Germany in 2004. Born in South Africa, she later won multiple world and European medals. Oren Smadja won Olympic bronze in judo for Israel in 1992.
And the Israelis have 2 national heroes.
And coached Ori Sasson to bronze in 2016. A world silver medalist and national champion by age 12, Smadja was named Israel's Sportsman of the Year in 1995 and Coach of the Year twice. Phoenix Suns star Amar'e Stoudemire was NBA Rookie of the Year in 2003 and a 6-time All-Star.
Look out. Hello, Amar'e Stoudemire elevates and detonates.
Are you kidding me?
Devastating dunk here in Oakland. Maybe the top dunk of his career. That was savage.
He averaged over 20 points for 7 seasons and won Olympic bronze in 2004. He was inducted into the Suns Ring of Honor in 2024.
Congratulations to another tremendous class of inductees, the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. Let's hear from a select few inductees, starting with the legendary Andrés Cantor.
Hello, everyone. As a Jewish Argentine U.S. national living in the U.S. most of my life, I receive this recognition with joy, humility, and pride. I can only imagine what my Polish and Romanian grandparents who fled to Argentina are saying up in heaven. Growing up Jewish in Argentina was not easy, and to stand out in the U.S. as a Hispanic immigrant was always difficult. I have been blessed with different awards throughout my 40-year career in television and radio in the U.S., but this recognition by the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame will forever live here. Thank you to everyone who thought of bestowing me this tremendous honor. Congratulations to all the class of 2025, to all the inductees, and my apologies for not being able to be there with you all in person.
Wow. International Jewish Sport Hall of Fame are enshrining this guy into the Hall of Fame. I'm so excited. I worked my entire career to reach my full potential. Dedicated myself to the sport of basketball from high school to being Mr. Basketball in the state of Florida, to being a McDonald's All-American, to being USA Today Player of the Year, to getting drafted to the NBA out of high school, being the first player to ever win Rookie of the Year from high school to the NBA, to then go on to be a 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, and to take my talents from the NBA to Israel to play for our Poewe, won a championship there, and then capped off my career with the championship and finals MVP with Maccabi Tel Aviv. It's been an amazing journey. Took a lot of dedication, perseverance, faith, and strength to achieve these accomplishments. And this is the greatest achievement, to be enshrined into the Hall of Fame, into the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. Means so much to me. My faith is dedicated to this. I put forth a lot of effort in my learnings and my studying to dedicate my life to my faith and now to be enshrined into the International Jewish Hall of Fame. Thank you so much. The Stoudemire family are very appreciative, and God bless.
I'm Gary Bettman, Commissioner of the National Hockey League, and it is my pleasure to join in celebrating the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. I'm thrilled to see my friend Stan Fischler recognized for his many contributions to hockey as a historian, sportscaster, author, and professor. Today is about honoring excellence among Jewish men and women in sports who inspire all of us to be our best. Hockey has the power to bring communities together around a shared passion for this incredible game where the focus is on skill, teamwork, perseverance, and dedication. Here in the NHL, we have a proud history of talented Jewish players, and you'll see many of them skating for your favorite teams this season, including Quinn, Jack, and Luke Hughes, Adam Fox, Zach Hyman, and Ziv Buyum. My congratulations to the class of 2025. May you continue to illuminate the world with your amazing achievements on and off the rink and the field of play.
Hello. I stand before you today with immense gratitude and deep humility. I'm Hellen Plaschinski Farca, a swimmer who participated in many different important events throughout my career. Becoming a part of the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame is not just a personal honor. It's a profound milestone that connects me to the remarkable legacy of perseverance, excellence, and identity. To be the first Mexican included among such iconic athletes, coaches, and leaders is truly overwhelming. Today I can express that being part of the Hall of Fame is a great honor, not only for myself, but for my fellow classmates of the 2025 generation, each of whom embodies hard work, discipline, and a great example for future generations. May this moment inspire young Jewish athletes everywhere to dream boldly, train fearlessly, and always be humble. Humility keeps us grateful and grounded. My journey in sports was always more than winning. It's been about representing something larger than myself, about the pride of putting on a swimsuit and knowing I carried not only the name, but a heritage and a story that stretches far beyond I could ever imagine. I want to express gratitude to my parents, brothers, my husband, sons, daughter, son-in-law, daughters-in-law, grandchildren, my extended family, friends, coaches, and fellow swimmers for always supporting me. CDI Mexico, my second home, gracias. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations, class of 2025. Shalom.
I am deeply honored and humbled to accept my induction into the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. I congratulate the ladies and gentlemen who joined me in receiving such a citation at this wonderful celebration. All of us marvel in your accomplishments, and we applaud you for them. We also have learned, often for the first time, of the triumphs of those who have preceded us into this hall. Each story, frankly, is better than the one before it. I wonder if I'm in the wrong room. My athletic skills, modest at best, but my lessons learned from covering sports at ESPN for close to 5 decades now are vivid and are crystal clear. There are few things in this world that can bring people together the way that sports can. Maybe music, maybe food, but it's a short list. 2 perfect strangers can have an equally intelligent conversation about last night's game. There are no socioeconomic boundaries here, old or young, rich or poor, color of skin, Jewish or non-Jewish. Why should it matter? we're discussing the same game, or on the field and in the arenas, if we're gifted enough, we've played as a team, perhaps fortunate enough to win. The world of sports, to me, is the perfect melting pot that can bridge differences that governments or outside agencies rarely are able to do. I've seen it happen, and so have you, but unfortunately, not all the time. I venture to say that every member of our International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame came to athletics as a young person, believing in such ideology. To be the best we can be in body, in mind, and in spirit. We also are aware that our heritage means often that path contained or contains many obstacles. We all know that none of this is right. I really would like to believe that deep down, those who may contribute to these obstacles know that none of this is right either. We have to believe that. There's no place or justification for anti-Semitism or prejudice of any sort, religious or otherwise, which is why we celebrate today. Those inductees of the past, our newest inductees today, and our future inductees who may just be starting out in sports as we once did, believing that the playing field is level, that by doing one's best grows your body, your mind, and your spirit, and your soul. Doing one's best isn't just for yourself, it's best for everybody. We owe it to these young people to think and act like this, so they know that it's okay to reach for the stars, because maybe, just maybe, one day, they'll get there.
And now let's bring back International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame President Jed Margolis, an inspirational performance of Hatikva, and remembering those members from our International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame family who are no longer with us.
Thank you, Mark. You have been the voice of the NBA 76ers, and now you are the voice of the Jewish people. And congratulations to the class of 2025. We have now exceeded over 500 individuals that we have honored over the last 40 plus years, and their accomplishments are impressive. As this is the 80th anniversary from the liberation of the camps at the end of World War II, we pause to remember those athletes who we lost in the Holocaust and those who survived and went on to athletic greatness. We honor Shaul Ladani, who survived the camps and became a world-class race walker, representing Israel at the Olympics. Shaul not only survived a concentration camp, but also was at the 1972 Olympics in Munich, where he survived the horrific terrorist attack. Agnes Coletti died last year at the age of 103 as the most decorated Olympic gymnast in history. Ben Helfgott died recently after surviving the camps, then moved to England, where he represented Great Britain in weightlifting and won an Olympic gold medal. Aryeh Selinger was 5 years old when he was in Bergen-Belsen. There, he befriended an 8-year-old girl with whom he hid out, and she read to him. This friend, Anne Frank, did not survive, yet Aryeh did, and went on to become a premier volleyball coach in the U.S. and eventually the Israeli national team. They are all past inductees into the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. Please rise if you are able, as Moran Samuel, also a Hall of Fame inductee, leads us in Hatikva, our hope for the future.
Sophia. beautiful and inspiring performance from Iran. I'm Jordan Berman, a video producer and founder of Stars of the Tribe, which celebrates Jewish sports icons that smash stereotypes. That's why I am thrilled to join Jed, Lenny, and Mark in producing this special awards ceremony. I'm also super excited to collaborate with Steve Berliner, as I'm a new member of the Hall of Fame election committee that Steve leads. I've joined an incredibly passionate group of sports enthusiasts and Jewish leaders charged with the unenviable task of selecting just a handful of honorees each year from a wide breadth of Jewish men and women athletes accomplishing amazing things on and off the field. Let the debates begin. I'm also giving a shout out to my friend and fellow election committee member, Matt Elkin. Matt is an assistant coach for Columbia University's men's basketball, and he's the executive director of the Jewish Coaches Association, a proud partner of the Hall of Fame. The JCA supports the growth and development of Jewish individuals in sports across all levels, both nationally and internationally. Who are some of their members? Well, how about 3 of the NCAA Final Four men's basketball coaches, Bruce Pearl of Auburn, Todd Golden of Florida, and John Shire of Duke. Not too shabby. I'm now going to hand the mic to Andrew Exler.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Exler, founder and chief strategist of Andrew Exler Marketing, and I'm proud to be part of the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame family, representing my team who does the marketing work behind the scenes for the Hall of Fame. First, a huge thank you to Jordan Berman and his team for all of their incredible work helping bring this year's ceremony to life, and for everything they do behind the scenes to celebrate Jewish athletic achievement. At Andrew Exler Marketing, my team and I have been focused on creating new interactive experiences that bring the Hall of Fame to life for fans around the world. Through the redesigned website, our expanded social media presence, and email communications, we're making it easier than ever for people to engage with the stories of our honorees and stay connected with Jewish sports year-round. The International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame isn't just about honoring the past. It's about being a part of the conversation on Jewish sports icons of the past, present, and future, inspiring audiences of every generation and background. If you haven't already, I invite you to visit jewishsportshof.org and follow the Hall of Fame on all of our social media platforms at jewishsportshof to experience these stories and to join our growing community celebrating Jewish pride in sports. We're active on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube, and you can find us by simply searching at Jewish Sports HOF or by clicking the social icons on our website. Your support and engagement on social media are crucial to the growth, especially as we reach and inspire the next generation. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Samantha Cohen, Senior Vice President and Director of JCC Maccabi.
Thank you, Andrew, for that lovely introduction. My name's Sam Cohen. I'm the Senior Vice President for JCC Association that has the great honor as an alumni of the program myself of now overseeing the JCC Maccabi Games. We're coming off the back of an incredible summer in 2025 with 2 sets of games in Tucson, Arizona and Pittsburgh that brought together over 11,000 community members from across the Jewish world, volunteers, spectators, coaches, athletes, families, host families, sponsors. It was an amazing celebration of Jewish life through sport. And we were so proud to see over 3,000 Jewish teens and coaches from every walk of Jewish life come together in unity, joy, pride, and celebration for what was something that through sport is now more important than ever, building Jewish peoplehood. The International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame is such an inspiration, and we want to congratulate all of this year's inductees and thank you for everything you do to be role models and pave the way for athletes like ours, Jewish athletes from JCC Maccabi, who aspire to your greatness, to your leadership, to your role modeling. We ourselves are so proud to call amongst our ranks of JCC Maccabi alumni future inductees like Ziv Buim from the Minnesota Wild in the NHL, and Danny Wolf, who is about to start his career at the Brooklyn Nets. is so inspiring to watch them and so many that have come before them continue their Jewish journeys and their elite athlete journeys as incredible leaders in our field. We wish the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame a wonderful celebration this year, and will continue to be a very proud partner in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha, and congratulations on another successful and fun summer of the JCC Maccabi Games. And thank you all for joining us for this historic event. Be sure to visit us at our website, jewishsportshof.org, and on social media. Thank you again for attending, and mazel tov to our honorees. Be sure to join us next summer on June 29 for our next in-person induction ceremonies at Kfar HaMaccabiyah prior to the next Maccabiyah Games. Thank you to our friends at Maccabi World Union as we paint the future together. Please consider supporting the International Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. We need you now more than ever.